welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am your main roster predictions champion, Trevin, joined as always by our NXT predictions champion, Caleb.
Hola.
And behind that camera, as always, is Zach, who is beltless, and our cameraman and producer.
No comment? No comment! We are here to talk about NXT, but as you'll see, we didn't record a Raw review, so here is our little
Spark Notes
version of it.
Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the women's IC is official at Mania.
Javon Evans is made of fucking rubber.
Yes. Finn Balor cost Dominic his rematch against Penta.
Brock versus Oba is official, with Brock getting bitched again.
Yep. And the Bloodline is probably returning as seen in the promo during our main event.
And LA Knight has a golf ball in his fucking elbow. If you've seen his elbow, you would know, Jesus, that is bad.
Yeah.
But that is our little Spark Nose version of Monday Night Raw.
Doo-doo.
Oh, Steph and Liv had a very good brawl segment.
Yes. Going all the way to Gorilla.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Now,
NXT.
to talk about the main course of this episode, NXT.
Yep, it is the go-home show for our episode at Madison Square Garden, which that episode will be the go-home show for Stand and Deliver. So a lot is happening both weeks.
A lot of traveling. So we're leaving Florida.
Yeah.
We go to New York.
Then we're leaving.
And then that Saturday,
we're
in
going
St. Louis.
Yes, and then by Tuesday we have to make it back to Florida.
What a weird...
And last week we were in Texas.
I guess, cool. Frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
I can't say anything. I'm going on my first flight this year, and I am nervous.
Yes.
Taking a break after Mania.
Woo! Yay. And we open with an opening contest of the Ren QCC, which is Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray, versus Fatal Influence, represented by Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed.
Yes, the two non-title members of Fatal Influence, and that might change.
Might change.
Yeah, so Kendall Gray continues to prove why she is an absolute fucking beast.
Yes.
Let me tell you what, it is insane to think her first match was 2 years ago.
Yep. Same sentiment with Lainey Reed. Booker T even spends some of his commentary time talking about how no one is hyping up Lainey Reed like they should be, but hype up Lainey Reed.
It's because they don't use her a lot.
No.
When they do utilize her, it's the fall girl.
Yeah.
Which, it's kind of hard to, like... Yeah, they could do all this great shit, but if they lose, they're losers. Even though this is predetermined and we all know this going in, it's just... If, for example, Kurt Hawkins. Let's go with Kurt Hawkins. I think he had a 219 match defeated streak. Not undefeated. He lost 218 matches in a row. They made that his gimmick. And then he started teaming up with Zack Ryder. They started losing matches together as a tag team. And do you want to know what their first win was? A Mania tag match. Where they won the belts. Yeah. They lost the qualifier, but won the belts. But yeah, it's just if you keep making people lose, we're just going to think of them as losers. But Lainey Reed, yeah, she's good. I think I said it when she first debuted. I was like, where the fuck has she been?
Yeah.
Because she popped out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And then turned heel after, and then they've really done nothing except for make her the third member of Fatal Influence after Jasmine Nix
Got released. Yeah.
Yeah, basically walked away.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this match was an honest to goodness banger. I mean, when you put 4 people who can go in the ring into a tag match, it's gonna end up being a classic.
Yeah, and this is the one version of a tag match I'm not mad about. Give me 4 hoopers and let them go at it. Most of the tag matches on the main roster are not that.
Nope.
Not that at all.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one set of tag champs in particular. The newest set of tag champs in particular. One of them is great. One of them is a legend. And one of them is Damian Priest. One of them's great. One of them's a legend. And then one of them is Nia Jax. She's only legend by name right now.
Yeah.
She hasn't earned the accolades to be called a legend, but she is fucking great in the ring. Last Legend has a career on her.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
But how this match ends is by double submission, with the first submission getting locked in. It is Kendall Gray's armbar. Fallon Henley tries to break it up, only to get caught by the final wrench.
Cattle mutilation. Oh my god, dude. The cattle mutilation is so devastating. Imagine taking that. Zach, have you seen the final wrench? So you are face down on the ground. Ren takes your arms and stretches them over your back.
Oh, she tears your rotator cuff.
Yeah, that is her submission.
While
finisher.
she is bridging on her tippy toes.
That's just a power move.
I'm like, brother.
That's flexing on them.
I'm like, I'm tapping out immediately.
Yeah.
The moment this arm gets dragged back.
You can't even reach it. It's
That's it. As soon as they I quit. Uncle. Yeah, no, I ain't fucking taking that. That shit hurt just demonstrating, and no one was pulling.
Yeah, no. So Ren QCC pick up the win, and Kendall immediately grabs the mic and is like, "Hey, JC, you've avoided the smoke for too long. I'd stand and deliver. I'ma get you." And then Lola Vice comes out and is like,
One's great in the ring, one's a legend, and one is Lola Vice.
"Yep," and she's like, "Sorry, mama, but I got next." And then Robert Stone comes out and announces a #1 contendership match between Kendall Gray and Lola Vice.
Who are they giving it to?
I
think it's Lola.
Yeah, I'm like, crud. I would have put so much money on Kendall if she was not announced for the LFG roster.
Bruh. They need a third mid-card title for the women's division in NXT.
Serious?
Bruh, also, just on top of that, they signed Rain Leverkusen from England. She is the, I want to say, niece of one of the drummers of fuck, I'm forgetting the name now. Fuck. It's a very good band. Very old band, very famous band. I am mad that I'm forgetting the name. Can you look her up real quick, Zach?
What's the name?
Rain, Rayne, Leverkusen, Leverkusen.
Google will correct you
That is a
anyway.
very fast spelling for a dyslexic man.
Rayne,
Yeah.
Leverkusen. I believe that's how you spell it. USEN.
But yeah, no, that happens next week. And speaking of
Yeah, who is her uncle? She's the niece of a drummer of.
It is the third option. Rick Harry?
Let me see.
Some deathmatch, dude.
Let me see. No, that's not it right there.
It's the first result.
Iron Maiden.
Her
Her uncle is the original drummer for Iron Maiden. They
Dang.
also have recently signed Nikki Blackheart, who is a indie standout currently. They just got 4 new people for their ID program. So yeah, the women's division is bolstered. Can we get some for the men? Can Cappuccino Jones finally come over full time?
Yeah.
What about Starboy Charlie, who you just signed? What about Zazoya, who has just been sitting in NXT for about a year doing fucking nothing? Can we update the men's division, please? We need it.
But still paying attention to the women's division.
Yeah, it is Kalani Jordan taking on Thea.
Skipped a segment.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did stick up a...
Yeah.
That was bad. Okay. It's soap opera time. And probably
One of
best
the...
promo of the year?
Yeah.
Best promo of the year? I can't believe I skipped this. It is Zaruka's face to face.
Yep. They are finally talking it out.
This is couples therapy with no therapist in front of a live audience.
Yes.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, so basically Soul starts us off with some solo time. She has the talking stick, and she tries to explain her point of like, look, Zarya does have some points, and I did have a lot of opportunities handed to me, but every time I had an opportunity, I negotiated a way for Soul to come with me. Whenever I had a singles match.
You mean Zarya?
Zarya, sorry. Whenever I had a singles match, can I get Zarya on Reigns' side with me? We fought on the main roster twice for those tag titles, and each time Zarya costed us by spearing me. Did I get mad? Did I get bitter? Did I break off the friendship after those? No. It's like every moment that I had in this business, I tried to take Zarya with me. I try to help her out. And what she do? She stabs me in the back. Blah, blah, blah. Zarya eventually comes out.
Zarya says, look, I've realized that if you're standing, I can't. I can't get out of your shadow because everyone associates me with you and you with me. So to finally stand on my own and get out of your shadow, if I have to break you, that is what I will do.
Yep. And the main thing that people are talking about online is how during this segment, Sol Ruka...
Crowd flipped.
Yep. Sol Ruka was getting booed and Zarya was getting cheered. It further proves my point that both are right and wrong at the same time.
Sol goes on to say that, look, I am not the villain in whatever story you're trying to make me.
And
I try to help you.
And
Zarya drops the bar of
Yep, she's like, no, you're right. You're not the villain in this story. You're the mistake.
Mic drop, leaves.
With how many times they said stand and standing or any version of stand.
It's last woman standing.
Yup.
It is last woman standing.
Yup. I'm surprised they didn't announce it right then and there.
Oh, dude. If they actually follow through, it'll be great.
Yes.
It'll be good if they actually follow through with the last woman standing. I guarantee you, though, there's a 50-50 chance it's last woman standing or normal singles match.
Because despite what I pray for, we're probably not getting the first Hell in a Cell in NXT, and it's not going to be given to the women's division either. No, but I'll take last woman standing.
Yes. Now we get on to Kalani v. Thea Hale. Thea Hale debuting a new hairstyle. And Kalani, still this heel character.
Yes.
Which is...
using the TNA color schemes just to poke at the bear.
Poke the bear.
Yep, and this match didn't even get a commercial break because it was that short. Kalani picks up the win.
Yeah, basically devastates Thea Hale. She goes to jump Thea after the match. She's putting the boots to her, and then Jada Parker makes the save, everyone. Yay, Jada Parker's still a face. She goes to hit the hypnotic.
Kalani powders, and later in the night, the match is made official for next week at Madison Square Garden.
Yay! Now, onto the Gauntlet Eliminator match.
For number one contendership to see who will face Miles Bourne at Stand and Deliver.
And this was 4 people?
5 people.
5 people.
Entrant number 1, asking to be number 1 because he's just bored and for the love of the game. Shiloh Hill
Yeah.
literally asks Robert Stone, like, can I go in first? And Robert Stone is like, it's a gauntlet. Don't you want to be later? And he's like, if you're not first, you're last. And it's like, that's kind of the point, but sure, go ahead.
Not what that means, Ricky Bobby. Not what that means at all.
Yeah, and the person to enter at number 2 with all the participants entering in, I believe it was 5-minute intervals?
I believe so.
Yes. Is Jackson Drake, your former Evolve champion, losing the title this past Wednesday, even though it was leaked because Evolve is pre-recorded.
Yep. Love it.
Yes. But yeah, the third participant, the last person to show up on camera before the big surprise, was Dion Lennox, who...
You didn't mention Charlie Dempsey yet.
Because he came in during commercial break after Dion Lennox.
You also got... I did not catch this episode. I watched highlights. I am going to
Yep.
watch it when I get home because I couldn't watch it last night.
No,
after work.
Dion came in televised. Charlie Dempsey came in during the commercial break.
And I'm so pissed. The one time I decide to not watch NXT and just hang out with friends, one of my favorites is back.
Yep.
And that, man, is the surprise entrance. It is Johnny fucking Wrestling. Johnny goddamn NXT himself. Johnny Gargano is in the building.
He does nothing.
Nothing. I love it.
Candace is like, I've literally tried everything else, but maybe taking a trip back to a place he sees at home will get him out of this funk. He reluctantly is horizontal.
He gets horizontal.
No, vertical.
So, Shiloh takes out everyone with, and I hate this finishing move so much, the goddamn neck breaker. Where he basically, it's a pop-up neck breaker.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I hate it. That's just me. But Dion gets taken out by OTM. OTM throw Dion in. Neck breaker. Dion is the first one out.
Yep.
Then Jackson Drake goes out.
Yep.
Then Charlie Dempsey goes out.
And Shiloh is celebrating, thinking he's got. Shiloh's starting to celebrate, and the rest of Birthright drag Shiloh out, take him out. Charlie hits him with a suplex, rolls him back in, and Candace is like,
Yeah, because Johnny stands up. He's starting to feel something because he's getting up, and then just gets pushed right back down.
One, two, three.
But Miles Bourne does come out. He does hold up the title, and Johnny starts getting some of that life back in his eyes.
He's just like, wait, I know that title. I know this place.
He's the man that held that the most, and
Yep.
he can hold it again.
Yep, he is a record 3-time champion with the North American title.
I love Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
I think he's going to win the match.
Now, we mentioned OTM earlier, and they have had it with Dark State, and they're getting interviewed backstage and are like, look, we made it official. We got a 3v3 against Dark State next week, but you're probably wondering, wait, there's only 2 members of OTM. And we don't have a lot of friends here in NXT. So
hey, you remember that TNA partnership that we haven't done anything with in a couple months?
Besides showcase the title on NXT because Ariana Grace is holding it.
Yeah. Mike Santana.
Hi!
Yeah, your current TNA men's champion. He will be in the match next week.
Couple of boys raised in the concrete jungle throwing down.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be a good match.
Yes, it is.
And now, we get a surprise. Another surprise.
Yep.
Los Americanos is taking out the call.
Because Elio LaFleur and Eli Knight were taken out backstage. Does not get brought up.
Elio LaFleur might be injured. Oh, no, he is injured. We don't know the severity of his injury.
Yes.
It was in the same match that took Lexus King out of the gauntlet match.
Yeah.
The exact same match. So Lexus, it was a live event. Lexus took a knee to the face, immediate swelling, and an X got thrown up. He got taken out. And then Elio got thrown into the turnbuckle, and it appears that he may have broken his arm,
Mm.
but he is in a sling backstage, so we don't know the extent of his injuries yet.
So, Los Americanos are the replacement team, and they are facing the Calling, represented by Nico Vance and Sean Spears.
The only 2 male members of the Calling.
Yeah. But notably, no Izzy Dame. She has not been seen since her loss in the steel cage match.
What a sore loser.
This match was I
only saw the highlights of it. And that was Ryo loading his mask. Bravo.
Also loading his mask.
Yeah, loading his mask, kicking out of a roll-up attempt, which led to Sean Spears getting headbutted by a loaded mask, getting headbutted by the second loaded mask. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, so next week at Madison Square Garden will be the finals of this tournament. Los Americanos versus Birthright. To see who will face
the other team.
Yep, to see who will face the Vanity Project for the titles at Stand and Deliver.
Brother.
What the F is this division?
I know Los Americanos are over in NXT. But if we look at the grand scheme of things, if this was on the main roster, this is 3 heel teams in the finals of the tournament. Because the champions are heels. And they are guaranteed their match because they're defending their title. Versus Los Americanos, which is a heel group.
On the main roster, but are here for the love of the game in AAA and NXT.
And Birthright, which is a heel group. I love it so much.
Yeah, the one
Birthright's winning.
Yeah, the one face tag team y'all have is OTM, and you have preoccupied them.
Yeah. Well, you had another face team.
And
but
Hank and Tank.
Yeah, Hank and Tank, they lost. Sean Legacy and Eli Knight were supposed to be the team, but I think Sean Legacy got injured.
Yes. And then he was replaced by Elio LaFleur
Now Elio's injured,
Yeah.
so Eli Knight is just...
Because Elio was like, mate, I'm doing nothing while we try to form a speed tournament. I don't mind taking Sean's spot while he recovers. And Eli was like, cool. Then a live event happened.
Yeah. A fucking live event happened.
Yes.
Man.
But
this segment I know nothing about, so Trevin, take it away.
yes. So last week some big meaty men decided to slap some meat. And they have to have a match in order to officialize their rivalry and also to get all the heat out of the way. And of course I'm talking about Keanu Carver and Jasper Troy. However, the basically
Please tell me why the fuck this man is involved.
the union of refs in WWE have decided, nah, I don't care. Like
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah, the union rep was like, people were saying they don't care about the paycheck, they don't care about the fines if they do touch us. It's like, we do not want to risk getting in between these two men. And then Briggs has been trying to get on the MSG and Stand and Deliver card the entire show, but keeps getting interrupted. So he finally has some breathing room with Robert Stone while he is talking with Keanu Carver that the match is probably going to get canceled because no ref wants to ref it. And then Briggs is like, hey, I want to get on the MSG show anyway. Let me ref this match. And Stone is like, you think you can handle it? And Briggs is like, yeah, I can toss some mofos around. And Robert Stone is like, cool. You guys have a ref. You guys have a match. Good to go.
This is just going to end with Briggs big booting both of them.
Or just Keanu.
That man is not helping Jasper Troy out. He's a heel. Why would he help both of them out? He's going to lay both of them out. And then be like, I'm the best big man.
No idea.
Yeah, dude. I just love how this motherfucker finds his way to get involved in everything. But next, Tatum Paxley stalks Blake Monroe. So,
Yep.
Blake, in a classic Sam Raimi move, quite literally drugged Tatum Paxley to hell.
Yep. And took her title with her, and she has not reported to the arena. She has not reported to the PC. since that, and she has Tatum's title. So Tatum's like, I need to find her. I need to get her. I need to get my grubby little hands on her. And
Shiloh Hill says, "Hey, look,
here's where she's staying." And Tatum's like, how'd you get this? And he's like, well, she posted a picture on her social media, so I
geolocated it.
Yeah, using the pixel data. And my only question is why she's posting her entire life online. There's some weirdos out there.
Yeah, so either way, Tatum Paxley basically breaks in Shining Style.
Yep. Ooh, my room service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bring my title next week, girl.
Yeah, dude, I cannot wait for this match.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be great.
I don't know if they're just having a promo segment.
Probably just promo segment.
Yeah, and the match is gonna be at Stand and Deliver, which goodish. But next,
our main event of the evening. It is Ricky Saints taking on Tony D'Angelo.
90% of the offense was Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, this also has championship implications.
Yeah, because Joe is like, look, if Ricky does not take out Tony, I will have to get my hands on him at Stand and Deliver, which means neither of you two, he's talking to Ricky and Ethan, will get your shot at this at that show.
Mm-hmm.
And that pisses both them off. Apparently not enough for Ricky, because again, most of the offense was Tony.
Yeah.
Good too, because Ricky kind of sucks.
Yeah, Ricky got his ass handed to him. Tony
But because
D'Angelo
he
is on top.
Yep, but because Ricky was getting his high knee handed to him on a silver platter, Ethan Page decides to get involved, taking out one of Tony's, basically knee shotting one of Tony's legs.
Chop blocking.
Yeah, chop blocking while he was preparing for a choke slam, and that causes the bell to ring. Brawl starts ensuing.
They start jumping the fuck out of Tony D'Angelo.
Yep, and Joe Hendry comes out to be like, hey, remember me? Yeet!
Yep, and he takes both Ricky and Ethan out the ring.
Tony is smiling while sort of vibing on a corner. He's just like, I got it. Because we end the show with Robert Stone looking at the chaos on the screen. An interviewer comes up to him and is like, look, you just saw that brawl. What is your plan now? And he's like, I've made it official now. It is going to be a fatal four-way between those four men at Stand and Deliver.
Oh boy, who could have seen this coming?
No one. Absolutely no one.
Oh boy, it's not like we've only been saying it since Tony D'Angelo's come back that he's getting the title.
Yeah.
Or that he's going to be involved with the title.
Yeah.
And then with these two, we're going back and forth with, oh, it would be nice to be champion again. Oh, well, fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Hopefully this is as good as last year's Triple Threat main event.
Yeah. I have hopes, especially because both Tony and Ethan can carry a little bit.
Man, Ethan and Tony are gonna have to put on the fucking backpack, the hiking boots, put on a weight belt, some shit. You gonna need a lot. Because you're gonna have to carry a lot.
Yeah. This Fatal 4-Way will probably not be as good as last year's Stand and Deliver Triple Threat main event, because, brother, inject that into my veins.
It's all good. I'm watching purely now for 2 matches and 2 matches only. That is Tatum and Blake if it happens, and Johnny and Miles Bourne. I am watching for those 2 matches, and everything else can fall where it falls.
Don't care about the Zaruka match?
I'm interested, but like I said, if they go last woman standing, boom, 3rd match I'm interested in. If they go normal singles match, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I do not give a fuck. Why are we starting blood feuds off with singles matches?
What if they come with the middle ground of no holds barred?
That's cool. I still think because of how, like you noted, they said stand a lot.
Give it!
Should be last woman standing.
Give it! Like, you were even emphasizing the word stand. I was like, ooh, ooh. And then the promo segment ended, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, and I'm not interested in the fucking. I'm not interested in Birthright versus Vanity Project because we all know that's who's gonna win.
If Lola moves on to Stand and Deliver, I will not be interested in that.
Not be interested in that at all. Yeah, it's just. It's the Fatal 4-Way is nice. I want Ethan to win, but I know he's not going to win. Is the perfect time to move all three of those men up. But then you're going to have another situation like you had this year where there's going to be a fucking vortex of, oh shit, there's no talent here.
Especially in the men's.
Yeah, and CW and WWE have come out and been like, no, we see Ethan as like a star, and that's the reason why we keep him here is to draw audiences to us.
Mm-hmm. I see Ethan sticking around a little bit if Tony wins it, or Ethan claiming the title.
I would. The best of both worlds is Ethan gets the title.
Yeah.
And then he can stick around for a little bit, but I think it's time for Ethan to be up on the main roster already.
Yeah, he's been ready since he showed up.
He needs to be U.S. champion yesterday.
Yeah. If the day he answers that open challenge.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mello. Love you. You've had a great run with the belt. It's time for the ego era of the U.S.
Yeah.
title, man. Oh. But yeah, that's it for this episode of Disqualified. And that's it for this episode of NXT and a little bit of Raw. So, we will see you next time. I am your NXT prediction champion, Caleb. That is your main roster prediction champion, Trevin. And behind the camera, as always, is our cameraman and producer, Beltless Zach. We will see you next time. Thank you for your time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And peace.
Bye!